We as business and real estate owners who have poured blood, sweat, and tears to growing our wealth and who didn't hire expensive tax attorneys and CPAs to map out an exit strategy knew their secrets. Instead of recreating the wheel, why can't we just model the way they deferred 30 to 50% in tax, paid off debt, funded their next business dream, and most importantly, leave a financial legacy to give to the causes we believe in most? What if their secrets weren't complicated at all, and you just need a guide who is a few steps ahead of you? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brett Swarts, and welcome to Capital Gains Tax Solutions. Welcome to the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast, where we believe most high net worth individuals and those who help them struggle with clarifying their capital gains tax deferral options. Not having a clear plan is the enemy, and using a proven tax deferral strategy, such as the Deferred Sales Trust, is the best way for you to grow your wealth. I'm your host, Brett Swarts, and each episode I'm joined by some of the best financial independents and passive income wealth advisors in the world, where they share their ideas, deal stories, and inspiration, so together we can make complex tax deferral strategies simple and passive income plans achievable. Hey, our next guest is an apartment multifamily expert with over 900 units currently with 4 properties, and also not just that, but he's coaching folks on how to syndicate deals, how to grow massive amounts of wealth through partnering and working together with multifamily properties. He is out of Austin, Texas. Please welcome to the show, Bruce Peterson. Bruce, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm better than I deserve. And by the way, you can find Bruce at APT, short for apartment, apt-guy.com. And he has a brand new book you want to check out. It's called Syndication is a Beep. We're going to bleep that word out, but you can guess maybe what that word is. But it can be a big challenge, right? And that's what we're going to dive into this interview. But real quick, Bruce, can you give us a little bit about your background and your current focus?
So background, college dropout, barely got out of high school, fell into retail for 18 to 20 years, did that because I thought I liked it. Well, it was one of the only options to me, but I convinced myself that I liked it until I realized I hate this crap. It was hard, paid pretty well, better than most people realize, but it's brutal. Long hours, tough on your body. So I quit doing that at the age of 43. Kind of quasi-retired, thought, okay, now what am I going to do, right? No family, nothing, no girlfriend, no dog. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to reinvent myself because I hated what I was doing. Physically nauseous going to work every day. So I started looking around for somebody that could teach me how to invest in real estate, because you keep hearing about real estate. It's a big deal. It's a great way to build wealth. So I started searching, did some Google searches, found a mentor that would teach me how to do it. So with no experience, no job, no track record, nothing, I started buying apartment complexes back in 2012. I've bought a total of 6 as syndications. So we bring others into our deals with us. We run the deals. We've been doing it since 2000. We started our education in 2011, bought the first property in 2012, have sold 3, have done a 1031 exchange. So I have that experience under my belt now. Currently, like you said, we own 4 properties. 940 units, and we've just been having a good time doing it.
Excellent. And I want to dive into the full interview on how the education has accelerated your growth as a business and with opportunities. But for this short kind of intro to the interview, we're going to dive into what our podcast is about, which is Capital Gains Tax Solutions. So I'm curious, what's the biggest mistake or biggest frustration you, a client, or a partner has faced when it comes to capital gains tax deferral?
The biggest frustration, I think, for myself included, and I don't know if this is a fair answer, but it's a legitimate answer, is trying to figure it all out. Where do you get information? You don't know what you don't know. And for working stiffs like I was working in retail, people in the service industry, if you don't have connections, or if you're not just kind of in this already, you don't know Delaware Statutory Trust. There's all kinds of strategies that I don't know anything about. I'm learning, right? I'm working with people now to try to figure it all out. We did our first 1031 exchange, but before we did that, we just got all kinds of bad information. We thought, it has to be a drop and swap. It has to be difficult. It has to be tenants in common. It's super simple. I just kept asking enough questions, kicking on enough doors, finally found the right door to open. And I realized, oh my God, this is really, really, really simple. There are definite steps, but it's just a lack of knowledge and a knowledge of where to find the knowledge actually.
Absolutely. Yeah, clarifying is really important, right? And finding out what's available, what's proven, and who's actually done those deals. And I think that's the key. As soon as you knock on the right door to say, "Oh, Mr. Attorney," or "Oh, Mr. Tax Professional, you've actually had clients close these, and it was similar to mine, multifamily, and it was, maybe a little bit complex with the structure of the LLC or the S corp or the C corp or whatever it might be," and then clarifying, what the challenges are, and then just executing the plan. And that's really the key. I thank you for sharing that, because that's super important. And the key obviously is to be early and to do this before the event's going to happen, right before the sale is going to happen, and or before your exchange is going to run out of time, in order to make sure that you're not just rushing through the due diligence for that. But certainly that is the most important thing. Having a clear plan is the most important thing. So that being said, we're going to dive into the full interview about how to syndicate in real estate business, how you've done educating and how you help folks today, and your success in that. But that's going to be for the full interview coming up. So make sure to look out for that. It's going to drop here in the next 30 days or so. But that being said, if folks want to connect with you today, Bruce, what's the best way for them to reach out and connect?
The best way would be apt-guy.com. You can follow me on Instagram also. I'm the Apartment Guy, pretty easy to find me there, and LinkedIn, the Apartment Guy. That's really it. You can directly email me if you have any questions, you want to touch base, you want to try to connect. It's just bruce@apt-guy.com. I'm glad to take emails too.
Excellent. Thanks for being on the show. And thank you to our listeners for listening to an episode of the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast. As always, we believe most high net worth individuals and those who help them struggle with clarifying their capital gains tax deferral options. Not having a clear plan is the enemy, and using a proven tax deferral strategy is the best way for you to grow your wealth. With that, if we can help you clarify what options are available, feel free to go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. And we look forward to listening to the full interview with Bruce here soon. Thanks so much.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.